Does the current state of political parties truly reflect the democratic principles they're supposed to uphold? This question, while thought-provoking, is becoming increasingly pertinent in our modern political landscape. One of the most significant challenges that political parties face today is the lack of internal democracy. Many parties do not keep membership registers, fail to hold organizational meetings, and neglect to conduct internal elections regularly. This lack of transparency and accountability is a stark contradiction to the democratic principles they're meant to embody. Moreover, the rise to the top in many political parties lacks openness and transparency. The upper echelons are often controlled by members of a single family, leaving little room for ordinary party workers to ascend the ranks. This concentration of power does not bode well for the health of a democratic institution. Another disturbing trend is the growing role of money and muscle power in political parties, especially during elections. Parties are so focused on winning that they often resort to shortcuts, including, in some cases, supporting criminals who can secure a victory. This undermines the integrity of the electoral process and further erodes public trust. Lastly, many voters feel that political parties do not offer meaningful choices. The same set of leaders often shifts from one party to another, leaving the electorate with little real choice. So how can we reform these troubled institutions? One step has been the amendment of the Constitution to prevent elected members of legislatures and parliaments from changing parties. The Supreme Court has also passed an order to curb the influence of money and criminals in politics. Now, every candidate contesting elections must file an affidavit detailing their property and any criminal cases pending against them. Additionally, the Election Commission has made it mandatory for political parties to hold their organizational elections and file their income tax returns. Yet more still needs to be done. A law regulating the internal affairs of political parties could further promote transparency and accountability. Mandating political parties to allocate a minimum number of tickets to women candidates could help address the gender imbalance in politics. State funding of elections could potentially reduce the influence of money in politics. But beyond these legal and procedural reforms, the power of the people can be a potent force for change. Public pressure through petitions, publicity, and agitations can push parties towards reform. Moreover, political parties can improve if citizens seeking change join them. After all, reforming politics from the outside can be an uphill battle. In conclusion, the current state of political parties presents several challenges. From internal democracy to the role of money and power, these issues need addressing for the health of our democracy. However, through constitutional and legal reforms, coupled with public pressure and citizen participation, there is a path towards a more transparent, accountable, and democratic political landscape.